Up next is a super lightweight battle between Bobby Poulter and Avinash Chowtee. Burlington's Bobby Poulter has made short work of his 2 fights inside the BTC cage, including a submission victory in his pro debut at BTC 8 over David Varm and a vicious TKO over Nelly Thompson at BTC 16. Tonight, Poulter looks to keep his BTC win streak going in his hometown. After struggling early in his fight career, Avinash Chowtee looks like a rejuvenated fighter since joining Toronto's Avinash Chowtee. Coming off his first pro victory via TKO at BTC 23 over PJ St. Marie, Chowtee looks to keep that momentum going in Burlington tonight. It's time for the super lightweight battle between Bobby Poulter and Avinash Chowtee.
And he knows the time is now. This is at 165. Poulter's even thinking about trips to 155 later this year. We'll see how that goes, but he first has to get through Avinash Chowtee. As we look at the tail of the tape here, the much more older Avinash Chowtee at 33 versus 27. A couple inch height taller is Poulter. Weight was the same, reach advantage was the same, and this one should be fireworks. Let's make this one underway shortly here with our ring announcer, Mr. Throwdown Pete Trevino, as well. Fun fact about this fight, both guys have only been in the decision once between each other, 2 total times. You know this one probably won't see the scorecards.
Here we go, BTC fight fans. The following matchup is scheduled for 3 rounds at a catchweight of 165 pounds. Being brought to you tonight by Barn Burner Handcrafted Ontario Whiskey and the Puff Hut. Formally introducing all 3 men in the cage at this time, starting with your referee, Ivan Svek. And now introducing your fighters. First, fighting out of the blue corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in yellow. Standing 5 feet 10 inches tall, he weighed in at 163.6 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Avinash Chowtee MMA. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 1 win and 3 losses, with that 1 big win coming by way of knockout. Fighting out of and representing Toronto, Ontario, ladies and gentlemen, here is Avinash Chowtee. His opponent across the cage, fighting out of the red corner, wearing the black trunks trimmed in white. Standing 6 feet 1 inch tall, he weighed in at 164.4 pounds. He's a freestyle mixed martial artist representing Aegis MMA. He comes to the BTC cage with a record of 4 wins and 2 losses. Fighting out of and representing Burlington, Ontario, Canada, here is Bobby Poulter. Referee Ivan Speck with final fight instruction.
Gentlemen, protect of all times, obey my Kevin guys. Fight hard, but fight clean. Touch gloves. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, this BTC catchweight matchup will be decided in 3 rounds or less.
Ivan Svek, the third and final man inside the BTC cage, as we are set for this super lightweight matchup between Bobby Poulter and Avinash Chowtee. Touch of gloves, and here we go. Quick leg kick landed there from Chowtee. And Poulter answers back with a thunderous leg kick. Chowtee misses with that leg kick. As both fighters really taking their time, and they do have respect for each other.
Yep, both guys kind of trying to draw out some reactions from each other here. You'll see probably a lot of feints there, some from both guys.
Front kick to the face attempt there by Poulter before he shoots the double leg and gets this fight to the ground.
Avinash is going for this guillotine here, but Bobby's past the legs already, so he's not in trouble. He actually could give put Avinash into a Von Flue choke here. If he's not careful, if Bobby drives that left shoulder down here, he could put all that pressure on that side of that neck of Chowtee. And this is the dangers of holding on to a guillotine when the guy's past your legs.
Also, yeah, as you said, Josh, that Von Flue, and if Poulter's able to maybe get in that north-south position as well. But right now, Chowtee's holding on to the neck.
Yeah, so right now, Chowtee's just holding on to keep him close here. There's no real submission threat, without having his legs in there. But he's kind of holding Bobby in this position. He's in side control here. If Bobby looks, he's going to try to sneak that left arm through as deep as he can and clasp his arms and drive his left shoulder down on the right side of the neck of Avinash. I think right now the cage is actually helping Avinash here.
You also worry too for Chowtee is he's got hold this tight grip, but you burn your arms out.
Yeah, 100%. Trying to hold somebody there for constantly for 2 minutes now, almost. You're gonna zap your arms and get back to your feet if you get there.
Now gets the pass there, does Poulter. Takes the back, looking for the rear naked choke, which has been the theme of the night.
Yeah. Took full mount there. Avinash gave up his back. Bobby followed. Now he's got the rear naked. It's not underneath now. Avinash is fighting. Now he switches to the body lock here, the body triangle. Halfway through this round, lots of time to work.
Avinash Chowtee brought in some Brazilian jiu-jitsu champions to work on their ground game and improve, but Poulter right now still taking his time trying to get that wrist under the neck there of Chowtee.
He's in the exact same position his teammate found himself in a couple fights ago. He doesn't want that same fate.
Doing everything he can to fight the hands, but great pressure here from Poulter as we're approaching 2 minutes left here in the opening round.
Avinash was doing the right thing, rolling to that side where the triangle is locked up. Bobby switches it, he's aware of that. Now he switches back to the other side. And right in his corner too, you see Lyndon there just giving him instructions, so it's a great spot for Bobby to be in. He can literally just talk to his team.
And Poulter, he does have one submission victory under his belt. That was in his debut back at BTC 8 in November of 2019 when he submitted David Tharm in the second round.
He's got great control here. Looking for an opening here. Again, trying to make Avinash just make one mistake. You've seen that's all it takes to slide underneath here.
And Josh, I know you spent some time training with Bobby. Where have you seen him grow as a mixed martial artist?
He's one of those guys that is literally getting better everywhere. I know it's like cliche to say, but he's just improving so much in his striking, his wrestling, and obviously here in his grappling. He just, he trains everything. He's a well-rounded fighter, and he's really showcasing that now.
Chokes more on the chin than the neck.
Sometimes you can kind of turn those cranks into the choke. You crank the face so much that they open up that chin, it slides underneath. But 38 seconds here left to go. Let's see if Avinash can kind of survive this round. He's doing a good job thus far.
Trying to turn here's Chowtee, but may get caught in another submission here with the arm, but Chowtee pressing up, putting Poulter's head up against the fence here with 23 seconds left in the opening round.
It's a smart move to put Poulter against the cage there. Gonna put something against his back. He can't get that full leverage if he does get the choke. But looks like he's gonna Bobby covering the mouth now, trying to disrupt the breathing of Avinash. That'll play. If this fight goes into the later second and third round.
Poulter rides, and there goes the horn. And for the first time tonight, we'll see a second round, Josh.
Wow, what is this?
So a great opening round there from Bobby Poulter, showcasing that wrestling in jiu-jitsu.
100%, really a flawless round. Got the takedown, took the back, and controlled Avinash. Credit to Avinash for, being defensively sound out there and blocking and defending those choke attempts. But yeah, that was a 100% Bobby Poulter round.
As you look at the highlights here in the first round.
And the switch body kick there from Bobby, looking for the front. There's the shot. Nice shot off it, and here's where Avinash went for the neck, but his legs are already passed. There it is there. And he held on to it for too long. And when you see here, Bobby's going to take mount right there, and then he gives up his back. And this is where the rest of the round played out here in that body lock position.
Well, Chowtee did show he had good submission defense, but it was a round all in favor of the native of Burlington, Ontario, by way of Thunder Bay.
We'll see now if Bobby, maybe mix it up on the feet. He's got Avinash worried about that takedown and that grappling. Maybe open up his hands a bit, or maybe he'll go right back to what's been working for him.
See how the arms, too, are of Chowtee. As we said, he held onto that choke and side control for a handful of minutes. And Poulter looks like he could fight 8 rounds.
Yeah, he's in great shape. Avinash, though, already compared to his last fight, you can see the cardio up. You know what I mean? You can tell those nerves definitely played a factor in that first fight back, and much more control. And there's that shot
Shoots
again
in
for
the
Bobby.
Takedown. Does Poulter.
Got a single here. He's going to dump him.
Yep, and gets the fight to the ground. Once again, Chowtee holding on the neck for dear life.
Chowtee, again, going to that exact same thing as the last round. Hold on to that neck for too long, then giving up his back here. He's going to end up in that same position if he's not careful.
Poulter gets the hooks in. Back to a vertical base, though, with Chowtee.
Yeah, Chowtee did a good job of using the cage there to help him. He's trying to scrape Bobby off, but Bobby did a good job of getting him back to the mat here and just making him carry his weight here. This is grueling, exhausting.
Right in front of us here. Carrying of that weight, as you said, is Avinash Chowtee of Bobby Poulter. And Poulter gets the fight back to the ground with a good slam.
Yeah, there's a very nice cut back. You could feel his Avinash's weight starting going backwards, and he followed with it. Cut him right back down in the mat. Oh, now he's got both hooks again here.
Sitting in that backpack position is Poulter. Continuing to soften up Chowtee. But you continue to see the improved game of Avinash Chowtee. How much he's grown as a fighter with the submission defense and been in tough positions, but hasn't broken yet.
No, definitely not. He's still defending well, but he's behind. He's just behind Bobby constantly this whole fight so far. And I think his biggest detriment is going for those guillotines when the shot attempt, and that's kind of put him down and kept him down here.
And just how tough a position is this for Chowtee, too, because you're carrying the weight. Your confidence may be starting to break a bit as it's been all Poulter here for a round and a little bit more.
Yeah, and with that body lock on, that compressing against that torso there. And we're starting to get a little bit into this fight here halfway through, so we're getting sweatier, slipperier. This is when you can start sliding those chokes in a little bit easier.
Still some good submission defense there from Chowtee, but look, Poulter really wants that rear naked choke, you can tell. That's been the game plan. That's the MO.
This is going to be bad here if he gets belly down. If he gets belly down, Avinash did a good job of getting back to at least this position. But belly down with somebody with that on your back, one of the worst spots to be in MMA. Because you're so vulnerable and all that compression on your lower back. You're getting hit, you're getting choked. But he's not in a much better spot here with Bobby still on the back like a backpack here and trying to find a way to sink in this choke.
And as well, too, Poulter getting some of that cage time back that he had missed out on with some of that bad luck or just some short fights. So I know he wants to finish, but this is still a good experience for Poulter.
Yeah, 100%. He's able to obviously showcase numerous skills here, especially his grappling tonight and his wrestling.
And I think that's very crucial for him. We know, as we said, Poulter came off after his pro debut of that submission, that rear naked choke finish, but really became more of a striker and liked to make it those kind of fights. And there he's looking for the rear naked choke. Could this be the finish? As Chowtee's going to try to buck off the arm there, and he does. Yeah. But you're showing that well-rounded game that Poulter has really been working on.
Bobby's trying to get him belly down here, but Avinash is weary to it, and he's just trying to keep him pressed against the cage here, and he's completely in defensive mode pretty much this whole fight. But he's surviving. He's doing the right things to stay defensive and not get finished, but the longer this goes, the time is going to be the enemy to Avinash.
Absolutely. Is one round in the book in favor of Poulter, and we're 35 seconds away from another one.
The benefit to Avinash, if he can make it out of this last 30 seconds, he's got one last round to start on the feet and try to change the trajectory of this fight. And this has been it here, this whole fight. The takedown to the back.
Now Poulter trying to transition and get that belly down, but once again, Chowtee fights it.
Choutey's doing just enough to stay alive, just enough in the right positions to stuff the submission attempts of Poulter. But again, this is another dominant Bobby Poulter round.
I feel we've been in 10-8 territory with those past 2 rounds there, Josh.
I would imagine. I think so. You know what I mean? There wasn't much damage done, of course, but control has just been absolute one-way traffic in Bobby Poulter, and on the back literally the whole round and threatening that rear naked choke. So Avinash has got to try to do something different here. If I'm his coach, I'm telling him forget the guillotines when he shoots in. Maybe look for that knee up the middle, uppercuts. Because Bobby's probably going to go back to what's been working for him. Try and time that, try to change something. You got to do something drastic in this 3rd round.
Avinash, he's got to throw everything, including the kitchen sink here at Bobby Poulter. And obviously Lyndon Whitlock and Paul Geblart probably telling Bobby Poulter, stick to the game plan.
Either, stick to the game plan that's working for you, or, fake that shot now, maybe come over with some hands. You got to hurt him on the feet, because now he's worried. He's thinking you're going to do that same thing again. So we'll see how they kind of go about that in this last 3rd round.
BTC fight fans.
So 3rd and final round.
Hello.
About to get
Make
underway
some
here
noise.
between Poulter and
3rd
Chowtee.
and final round. Hello.
Poulter ready to go as he takes the center of the BTC cage. What can Avinash Chowtee do to change the trajectory of this fight? Willie Bader, that's something that can do it. A spinning back kick just grazes.
Go
that
for
kick
it.
to
This
the body.
is it.
And that's exactly what Chowtee does now. It's Chowtee trying to get the fight to the ground.
Chowtee with the single leg here attempt. Bobby doing a good job of stuffing the head, but Chowtee gets the single leg. He cuts it back, turns the corner. But he still doesn't have this full takedown yet. He has Bobby down on one hip, but Bobby's working his way back. He's still got the leg.
Now Chowtee comes forward.
This is what Chowtee has to do, though. He's got to go for it, and he is.
And there's that takedown attempt here from Poulter, the single leg, and
nice.
Wash, rinse, repeat, gets the fight to the ground, takes the back of Chowtee for the 3rd straight round.
A textbook single leg, run the pipe, dump him on his butt, and now he took the back again. Beautiful takedown from Bobby.
Getting some ride time in here is Poulter as we've passed a minute gone in the 3rd and final round. And that's just the risk when you're so far down in a fight. You got to go for broke. Your defense goes out the window.
Yeah, you got to take more risks, right? You have to. And, if you're going to either lose the fight anyway if it continues like that or try to make something happen. But Avinash is trying. Nice.
Trying to get that hook in here is Poulter.
And he can sit here all day in this one hook in. He's got his hip to hip, and he's going to make Avinash just carry all that weight. And Avinash is the one that's working really hard here to try to get this man off of him.
And as well, Poulter has all the time in the world, too. 3 minutes and 13 seconds left trying to land these ground and pound shots, too, is Poulter.
You can see Poulter trying to control that left wrist where he was. Now he let it go. He's punching now, but the far wrist of Avinash to control him.
There's some good ground and pound hammer fists coming from Poulter. As Poulter trying to turn up the tempo and not let the judges showcase their scorecards.
He's going to look to bring him Avinash right back down to the mat. And he just kind of that one step ahead. Avinash tries to progress, and he pulls him back down.
Punches under the elbow, those Jose Aldo style ground and pound shots, and gets those hooks in.
This looks deeper.
This could be under the chin here from Poulter.
And Avinash protecting that neck.
Chowtee's like plaque. He just won't go away.
He's making Wu-Tang proud here, protect the neck.
Well, he's doing that very well.
But it's all Bobby Poulter here, just controlling here. No, almost a camel clutch.
I was just going to say.
The Iron Sheik.
Poulter trying to humble Chowtee.
Yep. This is
Poulter doing everything he can to get that finish.
He's trying to camel clutch, crank the chin, go for the choke. But Avinash just doing a great job there defending that.
Well, Poulter showcasing, what we thought of him being a talented prospect, incredible athlete. He's got cardio for days. showcasing more of the grappling basis. He may have the rear naked choke right here. Chowtee trying to push the elbow off once again.
And again, Chowtee just, Poulter is on him, trying to get this finish. It's a bad spot here if he gets flattened out.
Getting that instructions as Poulter looks to the corner from Lyndon Whitlock, Paul Gibraltar, and of course Theory Seedy, who we talked about, has fought Chowtee not once but twice.
1 minute left here. And for Chowtee, it's more of a moral victory to try to survive these 3 rounds. And for Bobby, you're just trying to hunt for this finish, you know? You've dominated this whole fight, but you want the finish, of course. And he's been trying to get it, but credits Avinash for being defensively sound here in this position.
Yeah, Chowtee, since making the move to Avinash Chowtee, has really become a mixed martial artist. Sure, he gets to showcase a lot of those skills here, but becoming a durable fighter, that is an aspect that makes it tough to have opponents. Poulter trying to smother the mouth here of Chowtee.
Trying to just pull down the chin and open up, that exposes the neck, and then he can sink in that choke. Look for maybe, I don't know, Bobby might, he's still going for that choke, but last maybe 15 seconds, might switch to an arm bar maybe from the back, just to try something different to try and get this finished here, but I think he just really hunting for that rear naked. He wants that finish here with that RNC.
And sometimes fighters are just so stubborn to that finish that they want that they just keep going whatever it can. Yeah. Final 10 seconds. Knee there from Poulter. And there's an elbow. And a shot after the bell there from Chowtee. And referee Ivan Svek separates. Chowtee says that was an accident. Yeah. I don't know if Poulter believes him.
It was definitely after the bell, that's for sure. I don't know, heat of the moment type thing for sure, but regardless, Bobby Poulter, 3-round domination here on the mat.
Bobby Poulter showing how well-versed he is, not just a striker and kickboxer, but went back to the bases that we saw in his pro debut with using the wrestling and the grappling.
Yeah, his striking's top-notch, but tonight was a showcase of his wrestling, but also his grappling control. He had that back for I don't know how many minutes in this fight. Majority of it. Here's the end
of the fight. Horn is gone, and that's
a dirty shot. That's a dirty shot for sure. Referees separating two, plus the bell went.
Yeah, there's another body over top of Poulter.
I'm sure he's very frustrated. He's just been controlled and dominated for 3 rounds. So sometimes the emotions get to you.
But you got to keep your composure. We remember. Paul Daly against Josh Koscheck.
Well, that was after the decision. But
it was after the final horn.
Was it after the final horn?
Final horn.
Okay. I thought it was later than that, but yeah, but still, you know what I mean?
Tempers flare, but there, some sportsmanship. They'll shake their hands.
Avinash kind of apologizing. I think he's saying like the emotions kind of got the better of him, and
he said he's sorry. I know Avinash, he's definitely an intense kind of fighter, and things didn't go his way. I'll give him the benefit of the doubt there was the accident, but nonetheless.
I don't think it was much of an accident, but it happened.
He
apologized. Hopefully they bury it and move on.
As Poulter gets the crowd hyped up here at the Central Arena in Burlington, Ontario. Our first fight that went the distance here tonight was a grappling clinic from Burlington's own Bobby Poulter. And let's make this one official with Mr. Throwdown, Pete Trevino.
Ladies and gentlemen, please put a big round of applause together for both of the fighters in the center of the cage. After 3 rounds of professional mixed martial arts, we take it to the judges' scorecards. Judge Woods scores it 30-27. Judge Chirico scores it 30-26. And Judge Vandermeer scores it 30-25. All for your winner by unanimous decision, Bobby Poulter.
Bobby Poulter, the unanimous decision. One scorecard was 10-8s across the board. All 3 rounds as Bobby Poulter will talk to Josh Hill.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here with the winner, Bobby Poulter. Bobby, that was one-way traffic. 3 rounds of absolute domination. You can hear the crowd supporting you here, kind of booing your opponent. There was some controversy after the fight. He hit you with a shot after the bell. What was said? What did he say to you afterward?
Oh, he didn't say much, bro. I mean, you can't really, you can't control that in the sport. You show up and give 3 hard rounds. If you can't give in those 15, shut your fucking mouth and jump back in the cage next time. You know, there's no place in this sport for cheap shit like that.
The fight was absolutely, like I said, total domination from start to finish. Your wrestling, your grappling, and your back control was the difference here. Were you surprised with his rear naked choke defense and you weren't able to get him out of there?
I was, man. There were so many times where I thought I could get his chin up, but, you know, all props to him for showing up and fighting tonight. You know, he's explosive. He's a hard guy to hold down. Yeah, I thought I would have had him with the rear naked choke. Unfortunately, I blew my knee out in that first round, so I didn't have much going for me after that. But we came in here and got the W.
Yeah, your coach was saying you blew your knee out. What was it that you didn't know exactly what it was, and how bad do you think it really is?
Who knows, man? The adrenaline's still pumping, so we'll find out tomorrow. But regardless, I'll be back training ASAP. I know BTC has a card in September. Get me on that shit. I'm here. I'm back. Year off. I want 3 fights by the rest of this year.
You heard it, ladies and gentlemen. Bobby Poulter's back. Congratulations.
Bobby Poulter back in a big way with a unanimous decision victory over Avinash Chowtee, and Poulter knows the time is now for his career. He is going to try to make the most of it and be as active as possible.